What's going on, guys? Let's go over today's price action. I think this is all in day 13. Yeah. So today we just look at it here. I was bullish on the day. Yeah. So price was making a higher high or higher low. Broke structure on the 1 hour. Making a higher low on the 4 hour. And especially after yesterday's price action with that big move, I'm expecting some type of retracement on the higher time frame. So we can also look at on the 1 hour. That price was currently in this 1 hour gap right here, and I was hoping that price would reject, come up to these highs, right? If we scale down, we start playing this out. London swept. There was only, this is more of a break of structure than a sweep. This is a sweep. But I was honestly looking for price to continue, especially that this gap had already been filled by this, and now it's trying to refill. I was hoping it would push forward, but it didn't. But we still caught a trade off this. So we play this out. Right, boom. Price rips up to London high. I wanted to trade up to Asia. We didn't get that opportunity. So when I saw price come down, I saw this 1 minute SMT right here and ES from these lows. All right. Also within this 5 minute gap, NQ didn't have a gap, but it was in 5 minute equilibrium. Right. Saw the price push up, broke structure. This was my entry. And my target was up here. Right. After a couple of candles, so like this candle coming down after this, I had closed on accident. And honest to God, it was on accident, because I was trying to scroll over here and the close button and the order DOM is over here. So I accidentally closed. It was probably right when it was retracing to this 1 minute gap, but luckily price inevitably took me out. I would say that trade was actually it was good and bad in a sense. Seeing the 1 minute SMT kind of pushed me forward to want to trade to these highs, but I should have waited for the 5 minute manipulation, which is happening now. So when I had thought that in my head, I should have waited for 5 minute manipulation. I knew that. So when I fucked up there, wasn't disciplined in my strategy. So we saw price come down. It did inverse this gap. It did break structure on the 5 minute, but I still wanted longs. I see the potential in the trade, and now we're getting this 5 minute, that 5 minute manipulation here. We're tracing in this gap, and I actually took this trade on ES. So I was a little hesitant around this area here. I wanted to see price more do a sweep than break structure. So when I saw these candles start forming, right, it was not trying to come past these candles and break structure. So once I saw this and it actually broke structure, boom, stops below here, target up here. And so let it play out. It absolutely ripped up, and I ended up closing around here, probably like here. I'm trying to think. Probably like here. I had closed early. I saw this 1 minute SMT from this high up to this high, and this high down to this high, and I saw this bearish candle, scared me, and inevitably price ran to my TP, right? And then it actually made a real SMT. So two key takeaways from this. Even though I won on the day, it wasn't money that I was supposed to make. I think I could have, I should have had more patience to wait for my TP. Could have had more patience to wait for my strategy to play out and be disciplined to that strategy. So just a couple things right there that I could just list off that I did wrong, and I ended up still winning. But that is all part of the process, and it's all part of this learning process. I just got a little lucky today, and even though I executed on my strategy, I just needed to be more patient with letting price play out instead of taking profit early on, and being patient to wait for my strategy to actually play out. So I will say that when I saw the 1 minute SMT right here at these lows, I did get a little antsy and entered once I saw the right confluences to enter right here, and I got a little antsy, and that inevitably caused me to not follow my strategy, which would have played out in the end. I will say price was pretty chopped today. You could just look, like, seriously, but in some way, somehow, I was able to capitalize on it, and one way or another, I was able to take some profits on that. Let's see if we can open that up and show you. So there's my P&L. Right. See, I took. Oh yeah, I took 3 trades. This one, I only entered 1 contract, so I closed it immediately. But went long, 3 trades, 2 trades technically. I mean, in my opinion, but technically it is 3 trades. But that's what it's looking like. I got nothing right now. Start of a new account. But yeah, trying to be as transparent as possible with this, and I'm trying to take accountability for what I've done wrong, and what I'm doing wrong. So today's key takeaways are patience, and patience to let my TP hit, patience to let my strategy play out, and overall just needed more patience. I was too antsy to enter because I saw this candle, and I was too antsy to close. Because I saw a 1 minute SMT, because I saw 1 bearish candle, even though there was a ginormous gap right here. If anything, I could have brought it to break even and I would have been okay, but I don't know. I'm just glad I was able to take profit when I did. But, that's not what we're trying to learn here. We're not trying to make money. We're trying to learn the skill, create good habits, and ultimately that will lead us to profitability. So anyways, guys, I think that's it for this one. y'all are enjoying this. I mean, seeing me going through the struggles, man. It's just part of the game. I'm here to do whatever it takes to win the game. But anyways, guys, that is going to be it for this one. Just remember, be patient. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.